Changes. You know what I mean? Shout out to the boy Tupac Shakur starting off the podcast here. But welcome back to another episode here on Fucking Listen.
Fucking listen.
Hey man. We back here with the 8th episode here in the first season right here. And as you can guess, based off the music that was just played by one of the greats, Tupac himself. Today's topic and everything we're gonna be centering around today's changes. You know what I mean? Changes is like
a motherfucker.
It's a difficult thing to go through. You know what I mean? It could be troublesome at times, and it could be a blessing at times at the same time.
For sure.
The thing about changes, though, bro, you never know when it's coming, and you never know if it's good for you or bad for you.
No, that is valid. That is very true. That's what life is all about, bro. Like, you just got to go step by step and kind of have to like play the cards that you're dealt. It's tough.
So, can that ever be a bad change in your life? Just like in the instance with the same mindset, all press is good press. No matter if it's good or bad, it's still press at the end of the day. So when it comes to changes, whether you think it's good or bad, is there a such thing as bad change?
I think so. Maybe it just depends, right, on the situation that, like we don't really know what other people go through. We can only, take from our own lives.
Yeah.
But damn, it's tough. Okay, hold on. Because change is necessary. Let's start there. Change is definitely necessary. We cannot stay in the same situations. You cannot stay as the same person. Everything in life is about growing. So if it is something that's negative that causes you to grow, maybe it's not bad. But the situation itself is more probably, not something you would preferably want to go through or deal with or ever, experience. So that to us would make it bad or negative. But in the overall of what, life is, it's just a necessary step. Like, we've been through some, some negative shit before, and it's only made you grow, certain situations you kind of wish you didn't really have to go through. They're bad at the time, but it's a necessary step in changing in life. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, to me, it's hard to really answer that question, but if I had to answer it, I will be on the side that say like there's no such thing as a bad change. And
for sure,
I can only foster that and believe in that because of my faith with God,
for sure.
Christianity, and shit like that.
Everything is God's plan.
I'm a real believer that everything that happens in your life is supposed to happen when it's supposed to happen.
Yes.
Because that's the path that, my Lord has put me on.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So when there's a change that I don't understand or I don't like, at first I'll be mad at a motherfucker. I ain't gonna sit here in front. I ain't one of those Christians. I ain't gonna sit here in front.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
I be mad as fuck. But sometimes I'm able to, come down from that stage and really reevaluate and think that, okay, it changed for a reason because it was going to take me off my path, or maybe at that particular time I was done with that particular subject at that time and I didn't need any more of it, or it would have changed me in a way that I didn't need to be changed.
Yeah.
Or maybe it takes all the way up to the point where I need to see what the other result is for me to realize, oh, that's why that changed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm a human at the end of the day. We are human at the end of the day. Sometimes it takes to seeing the result to see why you have to go through that process.
That is very true. That is very true.
Shit like that, bro. This shit. But it don't make change any easier, bro.
No, it definitely don't. Like, from firsthand experiences with our lives, like I was saying, I think it was, I don't know, I think it was the last time we talked that I made it out to Austin and we went out to that spot that we went the first time with you. It was me, you, and Corey. That spot up there on that mountain, whatever the fuck it's called.
And Mount Bonnell.
Yeah, and like from the reflection of that first time to that time and like the 4 year span that changed, bro. A lot of shit changed in 4 years.
The person you speak of is no longer around.
Not here, here at all. Like,
you know what I
we're
mean?
missing one. You know.
The first time you went to that mountains was with two of your guys, two of your closest guys. And the second time you went around, you was with neither one of them, and you was with your girl.
Yeah.
Crazy change.
Life is crazy. Life is
You know
crazy.
what
Like
I mean?
4 years ago, that wasn't, in the cards. You never saw some shit like that coming.
Right. Which you never will. You know what I mean? It's very rare. There's a difference between like knowing what's coming and manifesting.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. Like, I'm not saying like people who say that they see a particular something coming towards them, they're lying about it.
Yeah.
Because they're not. You know what I mean? They're just manifesting that for themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not only are they manifesting it, they're working towards it, like they're doing the work. You can't just sit there and wait for it to happen to you. You got to put in some type of work, and then with your manifestation, the shit comes. You know what I mean? Eventually. So yeah, this is the difference.
Yeah.
Right there. But it's nobody out here that could see in the future.
I don't.
See
if you
what
can,
change is coming.
Fucking, you got to hit me up because we
need
to do gambling or something. We need
please contact line to you.
We need help. We got plans. We have ideas.
You know what I mean? But yeah, when it comes to this topic, like I said, it's one of the hardest things to really talk about because nobody likes it. I actually just saw a movie, Kung Fu Panda 4, where changes was a big thing in it. Like, that's the whole challenge and everything that Po has to face.
Yeah.
And in this journey right here, it was a little different than the first 3 movies when it was just straight action-packed and a bunch of fighting. He just fighting to protect the world, the village, basically.
Yeah.
He had to do that, but at the same time, he was on a journey of figuring out how to deal with changes going on in his life.
Yeah.
And shit like that. So Shifu, his master, was expecting certain stuff from him and was telling him that he gotta elevate. When we say it without saying it, it's telling him that he gotta elevate in a particular way. And Po didn't want to. He liked where he was.
Okay.
He liked being the Dragon Warrior and only the Dragon Warrior. And he thinks that he is the only Dragon Warrior. You know what I mean? Like, there can't be any other. You know what I mean? So when somebody came to him and told him that he has to grow past that phase and become something bigger than that, he was like, fuck no. I ain't trying to do that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I like where I'm at right now. I'm comfortable where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, right now, I finally found something that I'm good at. You know what I mean? That I can do consistently and stuff, and people love me for.
Yeah.
Why would I want to change that?
Which is fair.
And I say that because we have all been through that.
Yeah.
We all gonna go through that eventually. You know what I mean? Whatever you believe in, that being's gonna call you to the next stage of your life. Yeah. Even when you feel like you made it. I'm talking about even like if you was a young kid and you was like, I'm gonna be a doctor.
Yeah.
And then you go to school, go to med school, get your doctor's degree, working at Johns Hopkins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're a top surgical doctor in whatever fields you pick in, and you feel like, man, I did it. There's nothing else I want to do and stuff like that. Something's going to call you to get you out of that comfortability because they know that you got more in you. You know what I mean? That's how I like to look at it.
Yeah.
If I get to a point when I feel comfortable and stuff like that, and I'm doing well, I don't just actively look for the next step, but something in my head always telling me, all right, what's next?
Yeah.
And I know that's something bigger than me, calling me to do something bigger than what I'm doing right now.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, I ignore it, for sure.
No, I know you do.
Definitely do. And then God would have to smack me across the head, run me over with a train, fly me out to space, blow up the ship, and make me come down like an asteroid full speed back into Earth atmosphere for me to realize.
Figure it out eventually, shit.
Yeah.
One way or another. It's gonna keep happening until you learn how it is. God damn it.
Eventually to a point where he just gotta step in and take it away from me, since I want to take it away from myself, because he's like, no, bro. I need you to take that next step. I need you to leave your hospital where you're a top surgeon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I need you to go across the seas to Africa. I need you to go across the seas to Australia. I need you to go help people over there with your skills that I gave you to build up all the way to this point, so you could go over here and help some people over here, someone specifically over here who's going to change the world, and you don't even know.
No, for sure. We don't really know what our purpose in life is. You know what I mean? Like, if we can, like you said, you could be good at one thing for, you know what I mean, and you think, oh, that's it, that's what I'm supposed to do. We don't really know what we're supposed to do in life. Like, we don't know what really is out here. What is our plan in life? We have no fucking clue. Right. Any little thing is like working us towards that, being a certain way, being a better person, being a certain way in career, whatever it is. Like, you're getting pushed and pulled basically to be that person. And it's just, it has nothing to do with any of us. Like, you can sit here and be a bum for the rest of your fucking life. Something's gonna shake up eventually. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get pulled to something. You're gonna end up liking something, doing something you're supposed to be doing. Like, you might not be happy in your life right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all might be chilling. Y'all might be like, you know, you kind of feel stuck or some shit. Change comes when you need it, not when you want it.
Say it again for the motherfuckers. Well, I don't think they heard you.
When you need it, not when you want it. Just because you want to be out of a certain situation, just because you envision yourself somewhere, doesn't mean that's where you need to be right now. Like, me and Ant have a very similar vision of being fucking millionaires and never working for anyone ever fucking again and doing shit on our own time. If we were to get that right now, I think we could truly say, with all honesty, we would fuck it up.
Yeah.
Fuck it up. Just
I can't even disagree, because if we was ready for it, God would have gave it to us already.
We would have been broke like this. Millions would have fucking gone. We would have been back to square fucking one, where we don't want to go back to. You know what I'm saying? So it's not when you want it, motherfuckers. It's when you need it. And right now you just don't need it. But that means you have to get yourself to the point where you do need it. You need to work. You need to put the hours in on whatever it is, even if it's just shit on yourself. Like, you don't like the way, like, this little the shit. You don't like the way you look. You don't like the way your body is. You know what I'm saying? Like, put the work in to get you where you need to be, not where you want to be. Because one thing, you ain't never gonna get what you want. I want a fucking tiger. I ain't gonna get a fucking tiger.
What the fuck?
It's legal in Texas. Legal in Texas.
Why?
Legal in Texas. I want a tiger.
What the fuck are you gonna do with a tiger?
I will domesticate the tiger.
What?
I will have a white tiger, to be specific.
We can't go through one episode without you but
I'm just saying.
Wow.
We ain't gonna get what we want.
You definitely ain't gonna get what you want. No, definitely.
Don't be surprised you come over one day.
I see why we ain't millionaires here. Because God knows if He give us our millions and shit, you'll go buy a fucking tiger. I'm gonna need you to lose that fucking mindset so we can get rich. As soon as you lose that fucking mindset, we might get rich. Fucking tiger. This nigga want a fucking tiger walk on.
It's legal. Legal here. Fucking legal.
It's a fucking idiot.
It was a couple years ago where one of them got loose at a household around this area, actually. I wouldn't keep it in a household neighborhood like this. I would, you know, get some land. You know, I'd put my house on land.
So changes. Like he said before, he just flipped the fucking script on us. You guys got to hit the milestone that you need to hit to be able to go to the next chapter in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't turn the page without finish writing on a particular page that you want. You know what I mean?
I'd be willing to skip pages.
Hey, we all do, but it's physically impossible. Like, think about it. when you look at a book, it got all these different pages in it. But think about a book that all the pages are stuck together like a block, like you can't even see the lines in between.
Yeah.
And they only peel off once you're done with one page of it. That's life.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's just how life is. You have to continue to write your story and go through all the chapters to be able to go to the end of the book. You know what I mean? So don't trip. You know what I mean? Don't get frustrated and just get off the path. And even if you do get frustrated, get off the path. Always know to come back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can get back on track.
Too. I mean, everyone's gonna get discouraged.
Facts. At the end of the day, if you wake up, if God blesses you to keep waking up, He got something for you. 100%. You have a job here.
Yeah. If He was done with you, you'd be done.
You'd be done. If you did what you had to do, He'll bring you home. Mm-hmm. But till you do what you have to do, you have a job. You have a responsibility to keep growing and get to that point where He needs you to go. You know what I mean? Obviously, me and Andrew not doing our fucking jobs correctly or something because we just keep waking up. You know what I mean? So, till we figure out what that is, you know what I mean? We just gonna keep shooting around. You know what I mean? Until we hit what we need to hit. We gonna hit something eventually.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's gonna be like Siege where I'm just fucking I got it. It was right there.
All right. Yeah, we ain't gonna never make it. We ain't gonna never make it. Fuck.
Yep. Yeah. If y'all knew. If y'all knew, go watch his fucking stream sometimes. Fuck.
So, could you give an example of what you think was a change in your life that you didn't like, but then you saw the result of and realized that change was good for you?
Sorry, could you say that again? Kind of cut it out right there.
Can you think of a time where you had a particular change that happened in your life that you did not like, that you did not agree with, you don't understand why it happened, and then
a lot of things. A lot of things came to mind with that sentence.
Just give us one of them.
I can say that. Okay, it'll be a little bit more recent because I can say some old ones, but a little bit more recent was when. You remember that female I was messing with before I met my girl?
Yeah.
Like right before, and I was like on some shit, like I was gonna try to get with this girl, whatever the fuck. Going through that experience was like the last straw for me, and it switched that mode from where I was like, oh yeah, let me try to lock somebody down. I want to be in a relationship, this and that and that, whatever. It put me in the mindset of like, fuck it, I'm not gonna do none of that no more. I'm not gonna be looking for that. I'm not doing shit. I'm gonna just chill, be on my own. It was, excuse my language, it was fuck bitches in that moment. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was like, nah, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the last straw what I had to do. And it was like, I'm not putting up with this shit no more. Every time I try to get into a situation, or if I'm in a situation, it goes to shit. So, fuck it. I'm done. I'm not, I was like, I clearly was being pushed to understand whether it's like the specific type of people or if it was just the situation in general, like seeing things differently from not like seeing the truth behind it or like trying to force things, just something, something along those lines of like the lesson was in there was to like calm the fuck down, chill the fuck out. It'll come when it comes. Stop looking for it. Because at that time, I'm not gonna lie, I was looking for it. And when you look for it, you ain't never gonna fucking find it. It's gonna come to you when it's gonna come to you. When it's time for you to get it. So after I got into that mode of fuck that bitch, fuck bitches. I'm gonna be on my own, do my own thing. I'm worried about myself, this and that. I would say, honestly, God, probably about a month later, that's when I met my girl. And now here we are, 2 years in. So I would put that as a very necessary change, like just the mindset shift. It put me in a place to have a mindset shift. It can be as little as that. You know what I mean? It don't got to be nothing major. It can be as the slightest tweak in your mindset, your routine on a daily basis, just the littlest things, the littlest changes will kind of set you in the right direction, in the right path. Because from before that girl, I didn't probably wasn't in a relationship, talking to people, I wasn't in a relationship or nothing. The relationship prior to that was shit. The relationship prior to that one was shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had a bunch of fucking L's I'm taking here. I clearly wasn't learning the lesson God was trying to teach me. So he put me in one more situation. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done. You right. My fault. I took my beating. Never mind. I'm step back. I'm relaxed. Cool. And then in doing that, put me in the process of meeting my girl today. That would be the most relevant, recent one I could say.
Okay, so that was a change that you dictated.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you decide to end it with so and so.
Yeah.
And then later on, you got what you needed.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I'm saying. I will fully say I wanted the one previously. That's clearly not what I needed. Because I got what I needed now.
Right. So how does that compare to something in your life? Like, how does that change what you dictated compared to a change where you had no control over? How does that compare?
I still feel like it's in the factor of not controlling it. Like you can yourself will make the mindset shift. Sorry, you will change your viewpoint, but it's the situation that God puts you in to make you see that shit. Because we can walk around this bitch blind in the motherfucker, not know what's going on, like really behind the scenes. You know what I mean? We can go from situation to situation, struggling with the same shit over and over again. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was doing basically. I was struggling with the same shit over and over again, just in different ways. But God was trying to get me to fucking learn something I clearly wasn't learning. Now, whether it was like the people or just my mindset about it, something in that realm I was not fucking learning. So I had to learn it with all these situations. So he put me in a situation where I learned to let me change the way I go about things. Let me calm the fuck down. Let me relax. Let me focus on myself. He put me in that spot to adopt that mindset of like, excuse the language again, fuck bitches. Like, leave them the fuck alone. Stop, like, trying to chase. Like, just calm the fuck down, cool the fuck back. Now, what, like you're saying, like, kind of spontaneous shit where you have no control over, those are definitely different. I would say for me, the biggest one in that space would be when my uncle passed. That caused me to grow up like that. I had no choice. I went from being a kid to being, like, the mindset shift was like that. I had to mature. I had to grow up. Like I never experienced a shit like that before. Me and my uncle were very close. He was like a second father to me. So it was just like we can't control death. Death comes when it comes. You know what I mean? Like that's just it happens when it happens. We got no control over that shit. So in the time frame of that happening, like even the years after, even probably till today, I'm still like learning and shifting and dealing with all that shit.
Right.
But that's not something we can really that's the one you're saying where like it's just kind of like the changes that you're forced to do, like you don't see it coming. Like in that time I had to like grow the fuck up. Yeah, I was still a kid when it happened, but I had to grow up. Saw the world different. Life changed. It became different. The world became a different place than what it was. It wasn't necessarily all sunshine and rainbows anymore.
Okay, how do you, for the listeners out there that's still learning how to deal with changes, it's an everyday thing, stuff like that. But for the ones who's currently going through change and they literally have no answer or no experience about how to deal with a major change,
I think it's going to vary per person, but the way I do it is very, like most things, like you could probably attribute to this. I'm kind of a dumbass. So I'm very okay. I'm very head on with everything. Like I'm not gonna try to like navigate around it or kind of avoid it. Like I just take it head on. Like
you stubborn. Let's say you stubborn.
I'm fucking the hard headed motherfucker. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. God made me this way.
I don't know.
Made in his image. Made in his image.
Look, keep
But
going.
hard-headed person, I will literally go through it. That's like that kind of tributes to the other of me not listening. Whatever the relationship shit and me being hard-headed. So going through and like living with it and learning how to take it on in life is straightforward. Like just going head on. Like whatever fucking is gonna hit me is gonna hit me, but I'm gonna keep going until I get through that storm. It's tough though. Don't get me wrong, it's tough. Like I'm not saying like I don't have my days where I'm down and in the dumps and feeling like everything's over. Don't get me wrong, I do, but that storm is also part of the process. Going through shit is tough. Whether you want to take it on alone or if you have someone like family, close friends, partner, whatever it is, as long as you have a support system there, you'll be good. You just have to rely on that support system though. Don't be those type of people where you don't like to talk about shit. I would advise people to stay away from being like that. Cause I'm kind of like that. I was like that before. I've slowly more opened up, especially having a partner now. She's taught me to be able to like open up more, not just to her, but more people, and just be able to like express shit when you're feeling it. So I would say as long as you're able to weather that storm and go about every day being different, like it don't get easier. Like if you're dealing like a death in the family situation, like the one I was talking about, it don't get easier. It gets harder. Every day it gets harder. It doesn't change. It's just at some point you're kind of just like, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, there's nothing that's going to change about it. The person's gone. You just got to learn to live with it. But it's tough. Like for me, that hurts the most still is like hitting milestones in my life that my uncle didn't get to see. He didn't get to see me, go through school. He didn't get to see me graduate. He didn't get to see me do this, that, whatever. You know, it's just things like that, like little moments in life with that specific situation that are always going to mess with your head, always fuck with you in a way. But you just got to like push through it. That's where I'm saying my stubbornness is just push through it and just get through it as best as forward as you can. Like that is just the easiest way I would say to process it for me. I don't know how everybody else is. I don't know how y'all want to handle it, but I just take everything head on and not try to feel sorry for myself. That's the big thing. I don't want to say it in a rude way, but I know it's a lot of mindset people have nowadays, and I think it's a mindset we got to stay away from because I just like to take shit head on and just be a dumbass. That's just the way I see it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And everything. Me personally, I'm not good with change. That shit happened in my life. It's pretty hard for me, depending on how deep it is to me
Yeah.
and shit like that. So, uh, like I said on all the podcasts, but my heart big, so my feelings are big. So when change come, it affects my feelings and shit,
Yeah.
and it bring me down. And dumps depending on if it's a bad change or a good change. However, I see personally, but like I said, there's no such thing as a bad change. But initially, as a human being, if I feel like I don't like it,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, it affects me a lot. Bring me down to dumps. And the way that I like cope with it is by choosing to put it towards my faith
Yeah.
and let my faith take a hold of it and take me on a journey that I need to be on. I need to go
Yeah.
on and stuff like that. So if I'm not understanding it or seeing the purpose behind it, or even if I am understanding it and seeing the purpose behind it, I just throw it towards my faith.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, this is God's plan. This is the path that He wants me on to get to where I need to go, and
Yeah.
things like that. Like currently in my life right now, I got certain situations going on. That's a lot of things are changing around me, like a
Yeah.
lot of things, and it's been on my heart for months now to kind of like make a move myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been like confused and wondering like why have I been feeling like that? Like I don't
Yeah.
got no reasoning. It's not like I got an opportunity somewhere else that makes me want to leave or something. Somebody telling me to follow them somewhere. It's just been a feeling and stuff in my heart that say like, bro, it's time to spread your wings and
Yeah.
go see some shit.
Yeah.
Now I'm at a point in my life, like I said, God gonna let you know and let you see if you'll do it yourself. But if you don't
No,
do it, He's gonna start hitting you with trucks. You
for
know what I
sure.
mean? Fly you out to space, blow you up,
Going,
make you crash
going
down like a
force to do it.
meteor.
Yeah,
I'm at that point. He
he's
know
going
me.
force
He
to
know
do it.
me.
Yeah,
He don't give me time no more. He like, I know what you is.
yeah.
I'm not giving you too much time. I'm gonna give you a month, and then I'm gonna start crashing out on you. You know
For
what I
sure.
mean? That's the only way it
That's
works for me.
only
So
fair.
a lot of things is changing in my life right now, major changes and stuff like that, and it's encouraging and making me feel excited and wanting to make that change for myself.
No, for sure.
So that's my particular way
Yeah,
of coping with it. So, like Andrew say, you just gotta find what's good for you.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Mine's was, faith. Andrew's was make it go head on with it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Everybody is different. You know what I mean? Don't try to cope the same way as somebody else if it's not working for you. Find
yeah,
something that works for you that makes you understand or at least make you feel good enough with
yeah.
the change that's going around you, is what I would say. So to just finish off this episode right here,
Mm-hmm.
the ultimate goal of this episode is just to open up the conversation about people going through changes and let you know that
Yeah.
everybody's going through it. You're not the only one.
Oh, of
You might
course. Yeah.
be the one that's going through that thing in
Particular
particular
one. Yeah.
in your life and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
talk to people. I'm guaranteed it's people that either been through it
Yes.
before or have seen somebody been through it before that can help you get through it and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
literally have no idea how great communication can help you out in situations like this. Like we always say,
Oh, 100%.
communication can solve a lot of shit in
Oh,
this
yeah, for
world.
sure. Y'all got
But
me.
for some
Stop being
reason,
hard-headed.
fucking human beings act like we can't do that shit. And
Yeah,
that's
I
why
don't
we
know.
is where the fuck we is.
That's exactly what the fuck we is. Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
how to do
So
it.
once again, it's about changes. We're not telling you it's not okay to fear change. It is
Yeah.
okay to fear
It's
change.
okay.
We
But
all
it's,
fear
it's a scary
change.
process. Like, we don't fucking know what's going to happen. It's scary to see. Think about it. We could think, oh, we're going to be like this in 10 years. We don't really fucking know what's going to happen in 10 years.
Right. You know what I
It's
mean?
okay to fear that.
So it's okay to fear it, embrace it, take it on.
No,
Like
for sure.
Andrew said, grab a hold of that shit, go head on
Mm-hmm.
with it, with your own tactics and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And you're gonna get through it, trust me. It might not be the next day, it might not be the next week, next month. Shit, it might not be the next year. But eventually
Uh-huh.
you're gonna get through it. You know what I mean? And you're gonna get to the place that you need to be and become the person that you need to become.
Yeah.
Always, if you don't take nothing away from this episode,
Mm.
from me personally, I would like to say always think about the end goal.
Yes. Fuck the journey.
Always think about what's at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
You're going to go through all these hardships, pain, emotional damage, mental damage, all through this dark tunnel. But what I like to say is to keep the faith and keep moving forward. Because you can't go backwards.
Yeah.
You can only go forward, or you
Yeah.
can stop there in the tunnel. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd rather finish the race at the end of the tunnel than to sit there and let the pain and suffering just keep beating me down.
I don't like
And
being
then
in the
I
dark.
stay in the same space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try through that, man. Push through that, man. That's my advice to y'all, bro. Just embrace it, bro. Everybody going through it and everything, learn
Mm-hmm.
from it. And I promise you it's gonna be the better for you at the end of the day.
No,
You know what
for
I mean?
sure.
Any last words?
And just like he's saying, bro, just my best advice is tough it the fuck out. Go. Just go. Don't stop. Just go. Go. Because stopping is only going to fuck with you. It's only going to prolong the process. It might not, like he's saying, it might not be tomorrow, might not be a year, but if you keep stopping, it's going to be longer and longer and
Mm-hmm.
longer. And God is
Mm-hmm.
going to make it worse and worse and
Mm-hmm.
worse until you get it through your head what the fuck you got to do to lock the fuck in.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. We both had the experiences with it. Lock it the fuck in. Lock it the fuck in. Get your fucking pants on. Let's fucking go. Just get push, bro. Push. That's all y'all gotta do is just push through it. It's tough. It's hard. It's not an easy thing. Life is not easy. If it was, we would all be fucking successful, but we're not. Okay?
Right.
Fucking go, push, and get to where you need to be in life. Not where you want to be, but where you need to be.
Well, we appreciate y'all for tuning in for another episode here on Fucking Listen. You know what I mean? If you listening, you made it all to the end. We appreciate you. We thank you and everything. Please hit the like button, subscribe button, share button, whatever social media page you own. Go to the other social media page.
Yeah.
Follow us, all that. Spread the word, man.
Yes.
Let's turn this podcast up. It's time. You know what I mean? So once again, appreciate y'all for tuning in for another episode here on Fucking Listen. It's your host, A-Dub, and I'm with my co-host,
Andrew Sarchon.
And we signing out. We'll see y'all again next week.